I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. Alright, before we can get started, we gotta cover the backstory. I know it's gonna be boring, but where would a series be if you didn't know where it started from? I've decided to break this journey up into 3 categories. First will be to unlock Final Boss, followed by Insane Final Boss, and eventually Golden Reaper. It's going to be a long journey ahead. As you can see, I have 4 bosses in which I've completed everything: Raxi, Ziliana, Krill, and Raksha. Anything listed in green, I have the pets and the kill count for the Insane Final Boss completion. Actually, Corporal Beast should be on there. I'll change that at some point. And anything listed in yellow means I have the kill count obtained, but not the pet, including hard mode as well. And anything listed in white, I have neither the pet nor the kill count, and it's going to be a very, very, very long road ahead of me. So I love making Excel spreadsheets. I find it really helpful to kind of keep me on track. If I'm ever feeling lost, yeah, I can just take a look like, oh, I'll go do this boss, and I'll hop right in. So you'll see a lot of that. Alright, let's hop right in. First up's a Reaper assignment. Unfortunately, it's a Raxi, which I already have the log for. Not a great way to start the series, but it needs to get done, so let's get after it. Alright, that is the first kill done on the YouTube series. Opening up the loot here, and nothing too great, so we'll press on. Kill number 2 done on the Reaper assignment. I haven't done Rax in a long time. Oh, an effigy. Hey, we actually need Effie the pet, which is a 1 in 100 drop rate, so we open these, and let's see if we get it. We do not, so onward we go. And kill 3, more terrible loot. Alright, that's kill number 4, and oh, Onyx drop. Those have dropped a lot in price, holy cow. Alright, that used to be a great drop. Kill number next, got some coins, nothing too great. And that's the last kill coming in for the Reaper assignment. That is our 500th Reaper done. 50 extra points and 72 altogether. Love to see that. That's fantastic. Yeah, let's loot this corpse. A little, what is that, a Triskelion piece? Alright, and let's grab another one. Alright, we decided to get a Arch Glacier task. I haven't done this really since release. I got the 100 kill count and kind of called it quits, so big learning curve ahead, but let's see what happens. Alright, that's the first kill of the task done. Apparently I had 18 kill streak from before I never looted, so that's awesome. We'll keep that going. And kill number next, some more water battle staves. Kill number next, even more water battle staves. Maybe we'll get 30 mil from Jagex, who knows. Kill number next, and pretty worthless drop. Alright, that's another one. I'm kind of struggling at the boss a bit. I haven't done this in a while. I'm really struggling here. It's rough. Yeah, I'm getting like 3.5 minute kills. Alright, that was pretty good chest right there. Getting like 3.5, 4 minute kills. I think I just need practice, but here we go. And kill number next, more water battle staves. And more worthless loot. Alright, hey, sweet. Alright, we got our first drop log item on the series. We got 7 Dark Nihilists. I heard these are pretty rare, but 1 left in the task, so let's streak it. And we were able to secure the kill, adding some summoning focus to the chest there. We will, I guess we'll claim this loot, just since it is completion log stuff. And yeah, first progress made on the account, love to see it. And let's go do some ED2. Man, my kill times are really struggling. I just bought the Fractured Staff of Armadillo. And I think I might go back to range. It's pretty rough here, but 60 Draconic Energy, that's, holy cow, I've never had that many. That's pretty sweet. Alright, probably should have shown this at the beginning of the video, but this is my ED chest currently. I'm just rushing ED2 for the 100 kill count requirement on Final Boss, and there it is. Yo, this staff is insane. This is a personal record. 2 minutes flat. That's, wow, that's awesome. And here's another Blackstone Dragon kill done. I might switch back to range. It seems to be working better at ED2. No drop log items, unfortunately. Yet another Blackstone Dragon kill, and yet another item not on the drop log. Awesome. So some friends of mine invited me to go to Solak, something I haven't done much of. I'm only at 9 kill count if my memory serves me correct. So any opportunity I get to learn a new boss is going to be monumental for me. I'm really excited to learn this boss, and who knows, maybe we'll get something in return. All in all, we were able to get 6 kills, which was a big accomplishment for me. I started only at 9 kill count, and I didn't have a really good understanding of the mechanics of the boss, but they were able to walk me through it, and I was just able to fill a DPS role, and things went pretty smoothly. Unfortunately, we didn't get any drops, but that was kind of to be expected at such a low kill count. Learned a lot, and I look forward to doing this boss again. Alright, time for another Reaper assignment. We're going to go with Greg. It's a nice AFK boss. You can just chill out for an hour, watch YouTube videos, and maybe I can edit this video. Free money! And that's the end of our Reaper assignment. We were able to get the crest on the log, and we are now at 928. Still no pet. Alright, I decided to take a little break. I am really close to the 100 kill count in hard mode on Kree, so I figure I'll just knock that out. Should take about an hour, so here we go. And this should be 75 kills in hard mode, only 25 to go. This is pretty nice in AFK so far, it hasn't been too bad. And here we are, number 100 kill count in hard mode, and that is another NPC completely done for Golden Reaper. That's really exciting. I can check it off my Excel spreadsheet, and let's figure out what we can do next. Alright, quick little side quest here in our journey for ED2 items. Gonna get the Dragon Slayer ability codex. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of forgot this existed, and I'm a little bit sad I've done so much ED2 without using it. But there we go, picked it up a little bit under price, I think, and unlocked. Yes, sir. And now to find somewhere on my ability bars for this thing to go. Yikes. Here's the updated ED2 chest. I haven't shown it in a while. Up to 100 mil, mainly in alkables, but unfortunately no ability codexes yet. And that's another ED2 done with no drops. Alright, another little side tour. Thought I was done, but I just realized I don't have the Dragon Slayer perk on my magic armor. So I have enough components for 3 attempts. Hopefully we get it. It's pretty common. Shouldn't be a big deal. And let's see. Need 2 Dragonfire. Believe it has to be in a certain order. I'd rather not risk it. And 6 Zamorak components. Guess we'll fill that up all the way. And then a Zamorak, and nope. Alright, awesome. Alright, let's remove our Impatient 4 and add our newly awesome Impatient 4 Dragon Slayer, and that should be a 7% damage increase to all dragons in ED2, so that'll help out in the long run. Ooh. And that is yet another ED chest with no drops, unfortunately. Alright, I got invited to go back to Solak for a couple kills, and I was going to take these chances, continue to learn the boss. Oh, I didn't have Soul Split on. God damn it. Alright, well. Apparently you can still loot, so here we go, and nothing. Alright, secure the kill. Finally, that was a pretty rough. And the loot. More nothing. Alright, we're going to test our new Dragon Slayer ability codex right here. Oh my god. Yeah, this thing absolutely shreks. Holy cow. And yet another ED2 chest done, and no drops. Well, that's disappointing, but got more to look forward to for the next time. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. Quick recap before we get into it on what we were able to accomplish last video. I changed the Corporal Beast. I already had the pet and the 100 kill count, I just didn't have it green, so that's changed to green. But also Kriara, we were able to get 100 kills in hard mode, and we already had the log completed, so we changed that to red, indicating that it is completely done. Let's move into this week's episode. Something that's intimidated me for a very long time is hard mode Hellware. I tried it on release, and like many others, I died instantly to the Death Cloud mechanic. It frustrated me and I never wanted to go back. Now, I have better gear, I have the entire collection log and the pet, so it's time to knock this out and learn how to do things the right way. I knew these first couple of kills would be rough, but holy cow. And there it is, number one. We got a lot of work to do, but we got it in the book. Alright, that one went a little bit smoother. Still struggling, but here we go. And another PR. Kill number 4 is in the books, another PR. And this should be number 5, and I guess I tied my PR, but I'm learning a lot. It's 95 to go. Got it. Alright, a sub 1 minute kill, that's pretty awesome. Are you... Time to force another Hellware Reaper and we'll keep the streak going. And this will be 25 kills in hard mode. We're officially a quarter of the way there. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp on the mechanics now. It's becoming a lot easier. And here's the end of the Reaper assignment. Should be 38 kills. No drops, but that's not what we're here for. I was hoping to force another Hellware task, but we're stuck with Raksha, so let's go get that Greco.
Nope. 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 Oh, hell no!
Time to grab another Hellware Reaper, and we're going to keep pushing on to 100 kill count. And here it is. We are officially halfway there. 50 down, 50 to go. Let's keep pushing. Oh, this could be a PR. Hell yeah, 49 seconds. Let's go. Are you kidding? And that's another PR, and let's not die this time. We might get it here. And 46 seconds. Let's go, man. Should be another milestone kill. Unless I did the mathematics wrong. Yep, 75 kills. We are almost done. Unfortunately, my audio was muted, but this is my favorite kill so far. That is a 45-second PR, and we got the crest drop all in one. been a very long journey, but it's finally come to an end. This will be kill number 100, and Hellware is completely done now for the Golden Reaper requirements. I'm excited. Something I haven't shown too much of is doing raids with my clan efficiency experts. I try to get at least 2 done every week, work permitting of course. But before we do our raid, we're going to get our loot from Scavenging 4. Just being AFK gives me a lot of components, so it's time to cash those out. Let's see what we got. Made some equipment siphons and augmenters, and awesome. Alright, let's get our raid on. We always loot Beastmaster without a Luck of the Rings because we need Tuz the pet, and no Tuz, and no Tuz. Alright, ring on, and let's loot Yakamaru. And awesome, hey, I can give that to my girlfriend, she needs one. Alright, let's figure out what to do next. A big part of this series has been for me to push myself to be better at PVM than I ever thought I could be. The next step for me is to buy dual-wield tier 92 magic weapons and learn how to 4-tick efficiently. Here's the price check for them, so we're going to put in some offers, and hopefully they'll slow by over time. That's both offers in, now we play the waiting game and find something else to do. I figure it's as good as time as any to do some Barrows Brothers and finish up the 100 kill count requirement for a final boss. This isn't a fight that I particularly enjoy doing, and the collection log I'm actually dreading more than most, so every now and then I'm going to get in some kills, and hopefully over time it'll all add up. Oh, we got it! Sweet, another collection log item. And without further ado, Barrows chest number 100 completed. That's going to unlock the final boss for Barrows Brothers. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Like I said, I don't really enjoy doing Barrows. It's that time once a day to get our Reaper assignment, and we do not want a Raxi, so we're going to go with Greg and hopefully get that boss pet. No boss pet this hour, however we did manage to pick up an offhand glaive on kill 970. And that is double nothing, can't win them all. A little bit of a random clip, but I was experimenting with new rotations, and I figured out how to do a phase 3 Raksha skip. After working at it for quite some time, I was finally able to set a personal record. That's going to do it for today's episode. I really appreciate all the support and comments and love that I've been given from you guys. You're all amazing. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a great day. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. Quick recap on what we were able to accomplish in episode number 2. Towards the top, Barrows Brothers, we did get 100 kill count, changing it to green indicating that the insane final boss requirements are completed. Towards the middle, Hellweir has been changed to red, indicating that we now have the Golden Reaper requirements completely done, as we did get 100 kill count in hard mode last episode. In the last video, we put in some offers on tier 92 dual-wield mage weapons. I had to up the offer a little bit on the wand in order to buy it, but we got them both, so let's get them augmented and put some perks on them. Let's get right into this week's episode. As I mentioned in the beginning of the series, I first wanted to unlock the final boss title, requiring 100 kill count on every boss. Upon release, I did a few Rex matriarchs, but I never took the time to learn the mechanics. Instead, I just tried to DPS my way through everything. Today, we're going to learn the mechanics for Har-Arken and try to do things the right way. Didn't take long for an update, but this will be kill number 75. 3/4 of the way there, we got 25 left to go. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh my god, we got it. Oh yeah, collection log item, let's go, man. Oh no. Oh man. Without further ado, this will be kill number 100 on the Rex Matriarchs. Pretty excited to have another final boss item completed. Probably won't come back here until it's time to start pushing for insane final boss. I was invited to go back and do some Solak with some friends of mine. It's an opportunity that I'm always trying to jump on, especially on these low kill count bosses of mine. It's a great opportunity to learn and to keep going, and in this instance we were lucky enough to get a pair of Cinderbane gloves. Unfortunately for me it wasn't on the drop log, but it was cool to finally see a drop. Another brain trust moment for me. I just realized that I haven't upgraded my blast diffusion boots completely, so we're doing that, repairing them, adding, and here we go. Not a collection log item, but always love the free money. It's time to continue our journey into Elite Dungeons 2. We haven't obtained any drops in the log yet, but we have a long ways to go until reaching the 100 kill count requirement for final boss. With a lot of practice, I'm finally beginning to average 3 kills per hour, so let's get right into it. Staff spec, activate the sigil, and oh my god. Alright, that's a PR for sure. Hey, there's another PR. And that's back-to-back PRs. With this kill, that is 50 solo Elite Dungeon 2s completed. We are halfway there. And here's what the chest is looking like after 50 solo Elite Dungeon 2 runs. 182 mil. I've been picking out some stone spirits here and there just to clear out space, but halfway there. Oh my god. We got it. It was doubled. We got a double codex drop. Chest is now up to 1.1 bill, and we'll see how much these are each. Wow, so that was a 900 mil drop. This should be 75 kills total, but only 69 in hard mode. This will be kill number 75 in hard mode, meaning we only have 25 left to go. Pretty excited. I'm getting kind of sick of ED2. And that's going to do it for episode 3 in the series. I really appreciate all the support I've been given so far. If you have any comments or suggestions, things you'd like to see in the series, please leave a comment below. Until next time, see ya. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. Quick recap on what we were able to accomplish in episode 3. Dragonkin Laboratory, or Elite Dungeons 2, we got up to 75 kills in solo hard mode. And the Rex Matriarchs, we got 100 kill count, which completed the final boss requirement for the Rex Matriarchs. Something that's intimidated me for a very long time has been group PVMing. It wasn't until recent that I got into PVM, which is years after most group PVM content was released. With solo bossing, I can learn at my own pace, and dying oftentimes doesn't bother me. However, in a group setting, dying can oftentimes prevent my team from getting the kill, or even worse, lead to them dying themselves. This has always made me super anxious, which is why I haven't made any progress towards any group bossing. In this episode, I attempt to tackle solo rots. I'll be completely honest, I had absolutely no idea how I was going to do this. It had been almost a decade since I got my 2 Rise of the Six kills, and I pretty much was carried by some friends of mine at the time. I had no idea about the mechanics, I didn't know what any of the brothers were going to do. I just knew that I wanted to get in there and try it until I figured it out. I decided on a kiting strategy where I would just completely run around the room without stopping for any reason while firing off abilities at the brothers following me. With some friends of mine in the clan chats, they recommended that I use mechanical chins with a Debo spec and an EOF, both items which I already had. It took about, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours before I was finally able to figure out a good strategy that I thought was going to work. However, it eventually started to click, and once it started clicking, I was on fire. And with this kill, that'll be kill number 25. We are officially a quarter of the way done with our goal. Pretty excited about this. I had no idea that solo was even possible, and the fact that I am able to do it is just mind-boggling to me. And with this kill, we have officially reached the halfway point. That will be 50 kills on Rise of the Six. I'm getting to the point now where I'm hardly using any food, maybe a couple of bites out of the blue blubber jellyfish. But things are going really well. I'm kind of surprised. And that is kill number 75 in the books. Got 25 left to go. Things are going really smooth. I haven't died and I can't even remember how long. Hardly using any food per kill. Still haven't got any of the shield drops yet, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're making a ton of progress here. Here's a sped up version of my final kill at Rots.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your feet.
And there it is. That is 100 kills completed on the Bergs Brothers Rise of the Six, all in solo mode. And since we already had Final Boss done, I figured let's make it Insane Final Boss. Bought all the malevolent energy, and we got the barrow sets, so we're gonna add them all now. And one more, there we go. We have the Insane Final Boss requirements completely done for Rots now. And let's take a look at the log, show you how many energies I picked up along the way. It was 140 energy. I think you average 1.5 energy per kill, so a little bit below, but I'm happy to be done. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, Rise of the Six is something that I was dreading tremendously. I only had 2 kill counts, and as I mentioned, any group bossing is just makes me anxious because I don't want to mess up other people. So getting this done is a huge sigh of relief for me. Alright, so what's next for me? Something I've battled with myself back and forth over several years now has been if I want to get a Blessed Flask. It essentially acts as unlimited prayer points in one inventory space, and since I still have a lot of AFKing to do with Greg, Twin Furies, Corporal Beast, I figure it's going to be worth it, so I started doing all the many daily challenges, Sandstone, Blessed Flask, to get all the ingredients that I need in order to make it. I decided to upgrade to a Hazelmere Signature Ring from the Luck of the Dwarves. Yeah, just to test out my luck, I went to Raksha, and this was maybe the 3rd kill.
Ooh, speak of the devil.
Oh my god. Feeling like an absolute Chad from my Greco drop, decided to go try some hard mode Greg. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, and it was kind of more of on a whim than anything. And I have to say, hard mode Greg is a really, really weird fight. You kill him, or you don't really kill him, and then he spawns these 6 wisps that you have to take care of. And I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I ended up doing about 4 kills, and then I decided to go to bed and just AFK regular Greg. And it didn't take long, but I was able to pick up kill number 1000 in normal mode on Greg. When you see my screen like this, the icons are bigger. My laptop is limited to 1080p, so when I'm AFKing in bed on my laptop, that's why the screen looks a little bit different.
A few moments later.
This is bullshit, Angela. I bet you the Caldwell kid did this.
It's just a couple of clicks in that direction.
I got the pet.
Hey, it's possible. But there's no evidence tying that to this deer. So we'll process the scene, which are all
And just like that, the journey for Insane Final Boss on Greg came to an end. I really wasn't expecting it, and as you could tell from my pretty lackluster reaction, I was about to fall asleep. In fact, if it wasn't for Alt 1 dinging and waking me up, I probably would have left it on the ground and never known any better. So I was really excited to get that done, and you can see as I unlocked it there, unlocked the Game Over feat. And now all that's left for the Golden Reaper requirements on Greg is to get well, I guess finish off the 100 kill count in hard mode, so we'll tackle that on a later episode. I'm not even sure where to start with this next clip. We do clan raids every other day, but this particular day we were 4 short, so we had to pick up 4 randoms. And the 4 randoms we pick up were trolls. They suicided almost instantaneously, both on Beastmaster and Yaka, which led for a pretty tough kill. As a result, we were left to pick up rolls and a lot of us died. And in this clip, Stoopy, who now is blue and dying, Stoopy and Me Eat Book were able to finish out this Yaka kill in a duo and just clutch it, which was absolutely amazing. We were pretty hyped in Discord. To make matters even better, we picked up the Acto Primeval Legs, the magic pair, looting Beastmaster, so we need 5 more Acto pieces. I was really hyped for this. I've been insanely dry on Acto pieces. But yeah, 5 pieces left, as well as Little Tuz, and then we are all done with raids. That's going to do it for today's episode. I really appreciate you watching to the end, and basically joining me on this journey. I have absolutely no idea how to make content. I'm just clipping my accomplishments and putting them together in a somewhat organized way, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. As a token of my appreciation for you sticking around and watching to the end, I'm going to pick one random commenter on this YouTube video to give away 50 million gold to. Just as a token of appreciation, I'll pay it out on Christmas Day, and it might even be in the next video or 2 videos later, depending on how fast I am at editing my next one. Thanks again for putting up. I've been losing my voice now for a couple of days, and it's been pretty rough recording these, so thanks for putting up with that as well. I hope you're all having a great holiday weekend, and I'll see you next time. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. Quick recap on what we were able to accomplish in episode number 4, Rise of the Six. We did finish off 100 kills, and we unlocked all of the pets, indicating now that Insane Final Boss is completed for Rise of the Six. And towards the middle, Greg Gorovic, we got the pet. We still don't have the 100 kill count in hard mode, so that is now changed to blue. Continuing our saga on Elite Dungeons 2, we have 75 hard mode kills completed, which indicate we have 25 left to go for final boss. We were able to pick up 2 greater barge ability codexes, but that's the only drops we have, so we have 25 kills left. Hopefully we can knock some more out. Took a much needed break from Elite Dungeons 2 and decided to go do some Reaper tasks. I got General Grador, and since we still need the Bandos Hill piece, we'll just make it a full hour there. And this kill should be number 2000 on General Grador in normal mode. Actually, I guess I miscalculated. Oh, there it is. Oh, that took a long time to pop up. I've been doing a lot of AFKing at Corporeal Beasts in my downtime. It's nice in AFK, and I still need all 4 sigil drops. So I figured it's a good way to just chill out, and that is kill number 700 on Corp Beast. And there's another 100 kills down. And there is 900. I'm not sure how it happened, but I was able to get a divine drop, and my recorder, for some reason, only recorded my desktop. It's pretty unfortunate, but we were able to get the divine sigil. So that's 1 out of 4 done on Corp Beast. I just wish I had the recording for it. There is 1,000 kills on the Corp Beast. And there is 1,100 kills now. And 1,200. Picked up another Reaper task, and we got the Cowfight Queen, something that I haven't done in a very long time. Ooh, is that a drop log item? Let's check it out real quick. Oh, I already had one. Oh well. And that is the end of the Cowfight Reaper, and whatever achievement that is. Let's go back and do some Elite Dungeons too. Super random clip, but I was banking and my alt just got the Hellweir pet at 194 kills. Decided to go to bed and do an hour of Twin Furies before falling asleep, and I was lucky enough to pick up the Blade of Avarice drop, something I needed on the drop log.
A few moments later.
It's 2 Blade of Avarice drops within about 20 minutes of each other. Still need both pets now on the log, but it's good to have everything else out of the way. There is 1,100 kills in normal mode on the Twin Furies, and I really need the pets. Ooh, that is interesting. I think that's a rare drop. If I remember correctly, that's a 1 in 500 drop rate. That's basically a little Tuz drop rate right there, and I just wasted the RNG on Razorbacks, so we're gonna re-roll that. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. Quick recap from episode number 6, we were able to pick up 100 kills total in Elite Dungeons 3, and since we already had the pets, Insane Final Boss is now completely done. For Elite Dungeons 3, we're just missing 1 ECB piece. I've already tackled Elite Dungeons 2 and 3, unlocking Insane Final Boss now for both. That's going to leave Elite Dungeons 1, something I haven't done in quite some time. I'm sitting at 75 kills now in hard mode. It's been quite some time, so hopefully we can knock this out and learn how to do it efficiently, and maybe even learn to 1 cycle. And first kill back, what do you got for me, boss? 34 ancient scales, that is incredible. Not my best kill time here, but we get 11 scales, not bad. I think they're about 1.2 mil at the moment each, so it's pretty good money here. This was a terrible, terrible kill. 3 cycle. But we get 10 ancient scales. Not too bad. Two cycle for 17 scales. Very nice. Big DPS. Come on. There we go. Crit stick, go burr. What do you got for me? 7 ancient scales. Not too great. Every kill I feel like the lottery here. What do we got? 14 scales. Not bad. 8 scales. Not great. Back to it. What do you got, boss? 22 ancient scales. Very nice. Still haven't been able to get a 1 cycle yet, but here we go. Another kill and 35 ancient scales. Wow. Keep this money train going. 7 scales. Psych. This trim requirement was truly awful. They needed to have instant something, but yeah, just competing with people on every world, it was really rough. But we finally got the trim completionist kit back. There we go. Looking absolutely like a unit again, and back to PVMing. We got 9 scales, not bad. Four ancient scales. I think that's the lowest you can get. And back-to-back 4 scales. Unfortunate. Switching it up this kill, did a duo with my girlfriend, just to kind of show her what ED1 was all about. And wow, 2 scales. Still AFK in Corporal Beast in my downtime, and that is 1,500 kills. Still a long ways to go on the log progress, unfortunately. Took a little breather from Elite Dungeons 1, doing some rack show with a girlfriend, just kind of break up the monotony of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And we got lucky enough and picked up a pair of fleeting boots sometime through our hour here. Nice to see some easy money. And final detour before going back to ED1, able to get all of the relics alchemized from Elite Dungeons 3 from the last episode. So it was an easy 47 mil, not too bad. And back to the ED1 grind. What do we got coming back? If you can die, 7 scales, not good. You know, that Mimic token gets me every time, but 20 ancient scales, that's pretty good. How many skills did I get? I've never seen that before. Let's see. 5 skills. Okay, not good. Or I ran out halfway through this kill, but we still managed to get it on a 2 cycle and 7 ancient scales. Another day of ED1. What have you got for me today, boss? 60 scales, yo, that's a ton. Hey, that's a war spear. 7 scales, womp womp. This was almost a 1 cycle, very close PR and 45 scales, that's awesome. PR 446. Still no 1 cycles, unfortunately. Big money, 5 scales. 8 ancient scales. Yo, 37 doubled into 74. That is amazing. Here's the chest now after 31 solo ED1 runs. I was able to pick up 627 scales, averaging just over 20 per dungeon, which is pretty good. I was getting almost 4 runs in per hour, so that's about 80 mil GP per hour. Pretty good. Super random clip, but I've never done a challenge gem before. Some people just invited me here at War's Retreat, so I gave it a whirl. I didn't have an aura or a familiar. I just kind of went nuts, and I ended up winning. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I've never done a challenge gem before. I don't know if 1.6 mil is good or not, but I wasn't on aura and didn't have a familiar, so I'll take it. I genuinely appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me on my videos. I'm sorry it's been so far and few in between. Unfortunately, over the last several weeks, I've been suffering pretty heavily from the disease that shall not be named. I lost my sense of taste and smell, and I was basically bedridden for about a week with just absolutely horrible symptoms. I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'm still getting my voice back, coughing a lot, but time to get back in the saddle, and hopefully I can start pumping out videos a lot more frequently than I have. So I appreciate you watching, and until next time, I'll see ya. And no Acto, Ring On, Yaka, and no Acto. That's, wow. Free boss death weeks are now here thanks to Frank, and I don't have a lot of experience at next, so I want to get some kills out of the way, hopefully get some drop log items, and on this kill I was lucky enough to pick up my first ancient emblem. So now when I go back to Kalphite King, I can hopefully make a tier 90 shield. I ended up doing 2 full hours of next and inviting my girlfriend along to join since she needed the experience, and the drops just started to flow. And there's 1,200 kills now in normal mode on the Twin Furies. It was very late in the morning, and I decided to go to bed and just do an hour of Twin Furies AFKing while I fell asleep. And lo and behold, I was able to finally pick up my first of the 2 Twin Furies pets, getting the Naimora braid at 1317 kill count, and I believe that's added between hard mode and normal mode. Really nice to finally see one of these pets.
A few moments later.
After going over 1,300 kills dry on either pet, I was able to pick up both pets in the same hour, approximately 30 kills apart, and just absolutely astonished that it happened that fast. I am now completely done with the Twin Furies. I never have to come back here, since I already have the hard mode kills done. This video has been kind of all over the place as I jump from boss to boss, but it can all be boiled down to my procrastination and putting off finishing Elite Dungeons 2. I've just been really tired of Elite Dungeons 2. It's kind of become repetitive and boring, but I need to finish it, so from here on out, we're going to rush to 100 kills in solo mode, and we're going to get it done. Alright, it is time for our first upgrade to Cosmeticscape. I was able to pick up the 3rd age die for 5.7 bill, and I think it's going to look really nice on the fractured staff of Armadillo, so we're going to buy it here and throw it on and see what happens. Yes, use it. Ugh. So much money. It's going to be worth it though. Alright, let's do it. Yes, I'm sure. And there it is. Oh, look at it. It's so nice. Oh, man. I haven't shown the Elite Dungeon chest in quite some time. This is after 86 solos. As you can see, most of the progress is made up by the Greater Barge ability codexes, but they are dropping every day, so let's finish out these 100 kills. Oh, is that the pet? That's the pet! We did it! I never have to come back and finish the dungeon after I get 100 kills. This isn't... Holy cow. I was not expecting that at all. As you could tell from my change to Soprano, I was really surprised to get that. I was just kind of mind-numbingly doing Elite Dungeons, not really expecting to get anything. But I believe we have to do an Elite Dungeons 3 run in order to claim the pet. So we'll do that after we finish 100 kills. There it is, after a long time. I finally reached 100 kills in solo mode for Elite Dungeons 2. Really excited that I was able to get a pet and the Greater Barge. That means when I'm going back here to finish Golden Reaper in the future, I don't actually need to go all the way to the Blackstone Dragon. I can just rush to Varath and repeat. So that'll save some time in the future. Really happy. Let's go take a look at the chest. This is loot from 100 solo Elite Dungeons 2. And there we are. It's going to be really nice to clear that out, and even better, I can finally start on Elite Dungeons 3. In fact, I guess we'll go do Elite Dungeon 3 run now, unlock the pet, and see where that takes us. Chucking these bad boys in the Auto Alchemizer, and I'll check again in about a week. Should be done then. And that is my first ambassador kill in a very long time. I am super rusty. I'll have to get used to this again. But grab the pet out of the bank, and hopefully this guy doesn't kill me, and we'll unlock the ED2 pet. I believe we just talked to Seryu here, and okay, it changes the pet, so now I can inspect it, and we've unlocked the pet. And there we go. At the end of episode 4, I mentioned I'd give away one commenter 50 million gold. So there's only 3 comments on the video. So we'll start at the top saying 1, 2, 3, and we will open up Google random number generator. Go 1 to 3 and number 2. So I will be giving that person 50 million gold, and that clip will be in the next episode. And for everyone else, I really appreciate you tuning in to watch. My pet luck has been absolutely insane lately. And once again, thanks for watching. Happy holidays. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey, from maxing RuneScape Classic in 2008, RuneScape 2 in 2011, maxing a hardcore Ironman, getting 5.6 billion XP and obtaining the Trim Completionist Cape. I've set myself the ultimate goal of completing one of RuneScape's most prestigious titles, the Golden Reaper. First recap from episode number 5. Towards the top, Dragon Kid Laboratory, i.e. Elite Dungeons 2, we were able to get 100 kills and the pet, and Insane Final Boss is now completely done. And towards the bottom, Twin Furies, we were able to get the last 2 pets, and now Golden Reaper requirements are completely done for the Twin Furies. Before I get too far into this video, I want to give a shout out to Cheris. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's actually the inspiration for me starting this YouTube channel. He's currently doing his own Gold to Reaper YouTube series, and he's currently my favorite content creator in all of RS3, so I appreciate the shout out. I'll leave a link to his channel down in the description, and make sure you go check out his page because he has some really good content. We ended last episode with an ambassador kill in order to unlock the Elite Dungeons 2 pet. In this video, we're going to continue the Elite Dungeons 3 saga, so we're going to swap out our perks, get Undead Slayer on there, and we're going to grind all the way to 100 kill count in solo. I am super rusty at ambassador. These kills are going to be real rough at first. First kill coming in, and nothing of value. Unfortunately, until you get an ECB piece, ambassador is it's not very good money. So I am a massive doofus. I always knew that Insane Final Boss was all the pets and 100 kills in hard mode, but I didn't know that it excluded hard mode in Elite Dungeons until I was just randomly reading the wiki and I saw it. So I decided to do a whole bunch of group kills, bring in some learners and teaching them, just to get the kill count up since I do already have the boss pets. And I don't have any recordings of the group pets, but if you see the fast forward and kill count, that's why. Here's the chest now. I'm at 77 kills total in Elite Dungeons 3 for Ambassador. I'm not exactly sure how many group kills I did, but we're up to 43 mil, no ECB pieces, so we're going to keep pushing in solo mode. And that is a sub 5-minute kill on Ambassador. Still have a long ways to go learning, but I'm happy to finally get that at least. And there is a sub 2-minute kill now at Terrakit. What do you got for me today, Ambassador? Yo! Finally got an ECB piece. It wasn't doubled, unfortunately. Oh, that is awesome. That's going to, we needed the money right now, too. Here's the Elite Dungeons chest now after 92 kill counts. 922 mil chest. As you can see, the ECB piece makes up most of that. Hopefully we can sell that a little bit overpriced. Oh, come on, man. I guess you can't same text on the black hole. Alright, the time is here. We have 4 kills left to 100, so we're going to grab a Reaper assignment of 4 Ambassador, and we're going to finish this thing out. My recorder goofed on 3 kills, and I didn't notice it until I was 99 kill counts. Without further ado, this will be kill number 100 now on Elite Dungeons 3. We have the pet, so we are completely done with the insane final boss requirements and just one ECB piece off of Golden Reaper. And here it is, loot from approximately 60 Elite Dungeon 3 runs. I'm not sure exactly how many were in solo and how many were in trio or duo, but chest is showing 947 mil. I have a suspicion that's going to be a little bit higher than that. And my favorite time to put my machines to work, we're going to throw in our relics and salvage into the alchemizers. With some quick maths, that will be a lot of runes. Yeah, nailed it. And we'll check back on that in a couple of days. Also time to sell our Lonely ECB piece on the black market. It's listed 830, but I think it'll insta-sell about 915, 922. Yeah, that's awesome. So I knew our chest was a little undervalued, but yeah, it's really awesome to get the money. Just a fun little unrelated clip. My hardcore Iron Man, I was able to get 100 mil fishing rather, and then a couple minutes later I turned in all my urchins and got 120 fishing. So a big accomplishment on my hardcore. And strange enough, later that day, I was able to pick up Gordy, the Dungeoneering pet, on my hardcore as well, just doing a daily challenge. Just over 20 mil XP, so pretty good RNG there, and then it's another pets for the hardcore. And finally, in the last video, here's the payout of the 50 million GP to one lucky commenter. Tactic1, I appreciate all the love and support on all my videos. I've completed many goals in my 20-year RuneScape journey from Thanks to your continued support, I was able to hit 100 subscribers this week. Huge milestone for me and on the channel. I wouldn't be able to do this if it weren't for you guys, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you. To celebrate, I'll be doing a giveaway of 100 million coins to a random commenter, and the prize will be either the next video or the video after. All you need to do is post in the comments your favorite and least favorite bosses, so good luck. In the last episode, we were able to secure 100 kills in the Temple of Minashi, or Elite Dungeons 1. Still no pet, but we were able to check off one more white box from the spreadsheets, and so we are that much closer to final boss. In this episode, we're going to get back to group bossing. As you notice on the spreadsheet, most of the requirements left for final boss are group content, so it's time to make a dent in that, starting with Solak. Solak is something I learned very, very recently, and I was only getting maybe a couple of kills a month to start, but I found a group of guys that are really awesome to PvM with, and we go pretty often, and this is that journey. Alright, that is a kill and a personal record. Still a lot of room for improvement as I learn the rotations, but this is a lot of fun. That is a 838 PR. I'm having a ton of fun at this boss.
Invincible.
There is kill number 50 in the books. We are halfway to the goal of 100 for final boss. I'm really having a lot of fun with this boss. I think this might be my new favorite. Ooh, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, it's gonna be close. Same tick, let's go. Still secured the kill. It's time for the second installment of Cosmeticscape. Christmas season is officially over. I was able to pick up a couple of third age dies and bought extra pairs of Elite Tectonics, so we're going to go ahead and drop the third age dies on these, and we're going to get the red party hats out of our keepsake box and change the way we look just a little bit. And after a bit of tweaking, this is what we ended up with, looking like an absolute unit. Fortunately, the cape bleeds through on the zombie walk override, so I might have to switch to assassin at some point, but I'm pretty happy with the way it looks now. I've been looking for something other than the corporeal beast to do in my downtime, so I can just kind of AFK and chill out, and I stumbled upon a guide for the Calphite Queen that you can actually AFK. I never knew this was possible, since it's always been pretty well known that you need 2 combat styles, but apparently the full Varrock set has a hit chance to hit through melee prayer, so we get the full set and load up on bonuses with Poison and a Ripper Demon, Book of Wen, and we get about 1 minute kills to 120 on average. So this is going to be my new AFK strategy, and that is kill number 200 on the Calphite Queen. Hello friends from the last clip. This will be kill number 600 on the Calphite Queen. I still need the head and the pet. Getting about 33 kills per hour, so approximately 12 hours have elapsed in-game for me since the last clip. It's pretty slow going, but it's pretty consistent and easy. That is a drop log item. That is our first hit on the account. And it is only a 1 in 128 drop rate, so we've gone pretty dry on that, but finally glad to see that on the log. Well, I low-key thought that was the pet, but just another Calphite Queen head, unfortunately. Hey, and I forgot to record, but that is 700 kills now on the Calphite Queen. My Ripper died. It's been a slow kill, but this will eventually be kill number 800. It's about 3 hours in between each 100 of kills to give you a time lapse of how this is going. Hey, oh man, I keep thinking that's the pet, but unfortunately just the another head. This is probably going in a terrible montage, but that is kill number 900 on the Calphite Queen. Still no pet, unfortunately. Hey, that's 1,000 kills on the Calphite Queen, still petless unfortunately. It's a 1 in 2,500 drop rate with a threshold of 500 I believe, so that should be our second threshold, which gives us a reduced drop rate. One day I'm gonna get this drop and not be trolled into thinking it's a pet. But we got a D chain body and a head. That's got to be pretty rare. Still kind of worthless, unfortunately. Hey, that's 1,100 kills now on the Calphite Queen. Still pet hunting. Hey, I was AFK, but we picked up our 1,300th kill on the Calphite Queen, still dry. Trolled by an effigy. Oh well. And there is 1,400 kills. I hope this is the pinnacle of quality that you guys are looking for in a YouTube video. And without further ado, kill number 1,500 on the Calphite Queen. We've hit the third threshold. I believe the drop right now is 1 in 675 for the pet. There is 1,600 kills now. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I did not have my recorder going because I had given up all hope at this horrible boss, but we finally got the Calphite Queen pet, 1,663 kill count. It is finally over. I believe it took just over 44 hours since I started AFKing this, from about 200 kill count or so. But we finally got the pet, there it is, and I never have to come back to this awful content. Alright, inspecting the egg, and there is the pet unlock, and the title unlock should follow shortly. There it is. It is finally over. What an awful grind, even though it was AFK, it was just terrible. Take a look at the log there, and you can see that's what we ended up with. So another insane final boss requirement completed. That's going to do it for episode number 8. I really appreciate you guys watching, and thank you again for the support in helping me hit 100 subscribers. Never thought it would be possible, but here we are. Don't forget to drop a comment letting me know what your least and most favorite bosses are for the 100 mil giveaway in next episode or the episode after. I think my least favorite boss has to be the Calphite Queen, maybe the giant mole. But right now I'm having a ton of fun doing Solak, so that's probably my favorite as of right now. Thanks all for watching, have a great day. Hi guys, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper as I try to get every drop from every boss. Last episode I was able to pick up 77 kill total on Solak, as well as finish the Calphite Queen log, 1,663 kills to get the pet, but we got it done. In this episode, I'm going to tackle one of the more difficult solo bosses in RuneScape, being hard mode Carapac. I did a bit of Carapac upon release, but it was all in trio, and in trio you don't even need food for the most part. You can just DPS your way through all the mechanics, so I didn't really learn too much. In this episode, I'm going to take the time, learn how to do it solo, and start the grind for this challenging log. After hours of failed attempts, I was finally able to get a pretty decent grasp on the mechanics. It was very, very slow going at first. As you can see, this kill is approaching 10 minutes, Anytime I was able to get successfully to phase 4, I was just camping defensives, essentially the entire phase, which made for really slow kills. But I was finally able to get my very first solo care pack kill, and we always got to start from somewhere. And here it is, kill number 117, the first solo hard mode kill on the account. I was helping a friend out with a Reaper assignment and decided to go back and just do some normal mode kills since they were pretty unfamiliar with the mechanics. And we were lucky enough to pick up some wrist wraps, but unfortunately we already had that on the log, so no progression there. Still cool to finally see a drop though after spending so many hours here dry. Yo, how does that sign me? I surged. Oh man, that's frustrating. I decided I need all the help I can get here, so I grabbed a Nodon Dragonkin task and swapped out my perks to include Impatient 4 and Genocide on my magic armor, just to get a little bit of a DPS increase, but as you will see later on in this video, I made a terrible mistake. And that is a sub 7-minute solo. Unfortunately, it's the fastest time I've got so far, but I am learning a lot. I was like averaging 10-minute kills when I first started, so I'm making progress. This was almost a sub 6-minute kill, but I messed up my rotation a little bit, and oh man, that's my first hard mode drop, but unfortunately it is another duplicate. Bro, what? I surged like 3 squares in front of it. Yo, what? Oh, lightning is busted, man. Yo, we finally got a piece, a staff piece. Hell yeah, first staff piece on the account. I believe that is kill 177 in hard mode. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I believe it's 1 in 150 from solos. Yeah, that's awesome. First staff piece. Let's go get the other ones. And that sold just over 1.6 bill. Pretty awesome. I mentioned earlier I made a terrible mistake in regards to getting a Nodon Dragonkin task in order to improve my DPS. It turns out I did not have my Slayer helmet attached to the stand in Anachronia, so I was missing out on the, I think it's 16 or 17% DPS increase. I don't know how it happened. I was 200 mil Slayer when Anachronia was released, so somehow it just slipped through the cracks, but I was able to add it, and lo and behold, I got my first ever lightning skip here on phase 1, so I was pretty jazzed about that. This could be a PR here if I don't mess it up. And yeah, 5:30, that's my fastest solo time. It's starting to come along. And there we go, that is kill number 300 now in hard mode on Karapek. Still only one staff piece, unfortunately, but this boss is becoming a lot easier. It was really slow kills at first, and now I'm hardly ever dying. Grabbing another note on Dragonkin Slayer task, this time with my corrupt Slayer helmet correctly on the stand, and this should get us another 150 kills or so. Oh, that's interesting. That's the first time my Hazel Mirrors doubled something here, but it was double fire battle staffs. Interesting. God, this was almost a sub 5 solo, but I had to throw up some defensives. 5:10 though. That's my fastest solo time so far. This will be kill number 400 in hard mode. Yo! Staff... Oh! That is staff piece number 2, coming in at 400 kill count. Did a duo with my buddy. Oh man, we're one piece and G-Conk off log now. It ended up selling for 2.06 bills, so just over a bill split each. Pretty amazing. Unfortunately, I was transferring files from my laptop to a portable hard drive and I had a power outage that completely corrupted all of the files that I was trying to transfer. I lost about 70 Karapek solo kills in there, maybe with some duos too, but worst off, I got the third staff piece and now I don't have the footage for it. To set the stage for this clip, I had recently gotten the third and last staff piece needed for the log, and I still had 8 Karapek on my Reaper assignment. It was late, I was tired, I just wanted to go to bed. So I figured I'll just do some normal mode since I need 100 kill count anyways for insane final boss requirements. So I was just kind of brainlessly doing normal mode. It doesn't take much thought, and lo and behold, I was able to pick up the Greater Concentrated Ability Codex, the last drop I needed. And just like that, the Carapac log was completely finished, unlocking the Naughty Dragonkin feat. When I first attempted going for this log, I was really worried. I was worried that I wouldn't be good enough to do solo, that it wouldn't be efficient. And when I started, I was only getting maybe 2 or 3 kills an hour. I was dying all the time, and the kills that I did manage to get were scuffed. They were taking over 10 minutes. I just kept practicing and practicing, learning from my mistakes, and I started averaging between 5 and 6 minute kills on average. So I went from maybe 2-3 kills an hour if I was lucky to consistently getting 7 or 8 kills. So it's just patience and hard work and learning from your mistakes, and I was able to complete this log. And as you can see there, 477 hard mode kills and is what it took to complete this log, and we are now all done. And just for good measure, finish out the 100 kill count requirement in normal mode, just so I can be completely done with this boss. I should have been better about saving my tier 3 troves, but we got 75 to open here, so we're just going to spam through them and hopefully knock out quite a few of the fragment quivers. So I met some guys just chilling at War's Retreat, and they were doing Carapac, so I went with them. I've never really done a trio before, and it was pretty fun. We were able to set a PR. I think I got some wrist wrap drops, and I got my 500th kill in hard mode on a Carapac. So I think I'll continue this at some point in the future and unlock the golden skin for the Carapac pet. But for now, it'll just be a once in a while thing. Thank you all for watching and joining me on this very long and grueling journey to Golden Reaper. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was able to hit 200 subscribers earlier this week. Pretty awesome, seeing some fast growth, and it's all thanks to you guys. Make sure you follow my Twitch, which link will be down in the description. At some point, I will be picking a winner from last week's video to do the 100 mil giveaway, so make sure you check that out. And until next time, I'll see you. Hi guys, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper as I try to get every drop from every boss. Last episode we were able to completely finish off the Carapac log and get 100 kills in normal mode. Finishing off the log, and we are now completely done for Golden Reaper. Congratulations to Brunches for winning the 100 mil giveaway from episode number 8. As a thank you for hitting 100 subscribers, he was picked on my Twitch TV live. I will leave a link in the description for you. Big congratulations to him. It's time to address a big elephant in the room, going for Final Boss, Insane Final Boss, and then Golden Reaper. And that's Virago. I've mentioned before that doing group PVM, and especially learning it for the first time, gives me a lot of anxiety because I don't want to mess up other people. Virago, it's been said, is half of the grind to Insane Final Boss, given the ridiculous drop rate for Vitalis, one of the main pets for Virago. In this episode, I got a group of guys together, and I'm going to learn the mechanics and start this tedious grind.
And stand like here. Maybe 1 square forward.
Nope. Move. Yeah. Move up. He hasn't attacked yet. So move up. You're way too close, far back now. He's there.
That was a PR.
I had absolutely no idea what I was doing, but I did what I was told, and that is kill number 2 in total on Virago. A very, very long ways to go, but we are finally starting to make progress.
He's there. There.
14 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
Carl, you look like you're full HP. You're good?
Yeah. I need to save my. I need to remember to save that. I don't even know if I need the dummy.
No, I'm doing
That
close.
helps.
And in the middle, just DPS.
We probably could
You
ignore the
guys are
this.
Yeah, you Jesus Christ.
Rings?
He's there.
Fucking another PR. Oh my god.
Tomorrow's gonna be chaos and phase 9.
Yeah, this is the hardest part of the entire kill.
Rings. Oh, my. Oh. Nope.
Another
Shh,
PR.
another PR.
After doing about 10 kills, I had a pretty decent grasp on the mechanics of the boss, the rotations, what to do. It definitely helped when they were making calls, and in this kill I actually got my first loot pile. I picked it up for doing the most damage, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyways, I was feeling comfortable and they decided to try out hard mode and invite me along, and after a very, very long 17 minutes, I was able to get my first kill in hard mode on Virago. It was a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot more challenging than I thought it was gonna be, but I did it, I learned a lot, and moving forward, it's gonna be great. After a few kills, I decided to finally learn a role, so I adapted the role of TL5, which turns out you don't get a lot of drops from, but it is a very crucial role at Virago. And I was able to get my first Maul in hard mode here, unlocking the Defeater title. And with my new professional TL5 skills, I was able to join in for trios, which was pretty awesome. It's a lot better at learning the mechanics the right way rather than just being able to DPS your way through certain things. So I was finally able to get down to a trio, and even with better kill times. And with this skill, I was able to unlock the Helm of Omens customizable override. There's a bunch of different rotations at Virago, 6 rotations, and you need to do a hard mode Maul on Virago that week in order to unlock a certain customization. So we're now at 2 out of 6. I gotta wait at least 4 weeks to complete them all, but we are making progress. Yes, you are reading that correctly. Our trio teammate just picked up the Vitalis pet. Huge, huge congratulations to him, and deserved at that kill count, but oh, it could have been us. a little late there on the recording, but that is kill total number 50 at Virago, halfway done now to final boss. Switching things up a little bit, we are only at 28 kill count currently for the giant mole, so I want to knock out the 100 kill count in normal mode and just get that out of the way. Hopefully raise the pet threshold so we don't have to camp here too long, because this boss is just absolutely awful. There's no way to put it any differently. I got 2 of my alts camping in the south room, and hopefully we can knock this out without too much effort. And there we go, that is 100 kills now in normal mode on the giant mole, so it's just going to be hard mode from here on out because of the reduced drop rate for the pet, which is all we need, so let's begin that journey. Oh, no way. Oh man, I got super spooned here. That was like 260 kills or something like that. Oh, I am so happy that I don't have to camp here forever. Alright, there is the pet unlock and the title. Oh, I'm so happy to be done with this boss. It is truly mind-numbing. You can see the collection log there. Picked up a couple things along the way, but oh man, I am so happy that I got spooned that. That's gonna do it for episode number 10. Made some good progress starting Virago. It was something, again, that I was super worried about. Just mainly the fear of the unknown and not knowing what to expect. But I have a really good group of guys that have been taking the time to teach me, and I foresee a lot of Virago in my future. I appreciate you guys watching and taking the time out of your day to support me. If you could, please leave a comment, as it will help the algorithm reach more people. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome back to another long-awaited episode of Golden Reaper, where I try to get every drop from every boss. It's been a long time since I've posted. I've been busy with real life and the Bowl Cut 1G channel. Last episode we started on the Virago grind, and we're going to continue group bossing in this episode as we move closer and closer to unlocking the final boss. Picking right back up where we left off, we ended the last episode of Virago at 50 kill count, and we are just going to keep on grinding, and this will be kill number 51 at Virago. I haven't really been showing the energy drops, but we're averaging around 15 to 20 mil an hour, so not too bad. Hey, that is the first seismic drop that I've seen. Not on my log, but yeah, that's pretty sweet to see. My buddy Chris and I decided we wanted to learn how to duo Virago. He had a little bit of experience, but I was completely oblivious to duo and all the mechanics that are required. I could have easily made an hour-long compilation of just me dying while I just brain trusted myself into all sorts of death scenarios. We worked at it for several hours during a free death week, and eventually we finally got our first kill in a duo, and we were absolutely jazzed about it. So this is the very first duo kill that we were able to succeed. It did take a very long time, both in attempts and the actual kill itself, but we got it. Oh, that got real sketchy there at the end. But that is the final Omen's outfit override unlocked, which means we now have the chance to receive Bombi from hard mode kills, which is good because we still have a lot of hard mode left to do. That was our 20th kill, I believe, so we got 80 left. Hopefully we can pick up Bombi in that time.
the time, cause I wanna freeze this moment. Make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you suddenly I feel no pain. Do you make it go away? Do you make it?
Here's a full kill sped up for the 25th kill in hard mode for the 92nd kill in total. Another fun loot split from another successful hour. There we go. That is a hard mode kill done, but more importantly, that is 100 kills total now on Virago. And that is another boss checked off for a final boss as we continue this journey. Really excited about this. I mean, just recently I was terrified to even attempt Virago, and here we are 100 kills later, and we are rolling. And that is going to do it for episode number 11 of the Golden Reaper series. We are now down to 6 bosses left for the final boss, as Virago is now done for this part of the journey. Obviously we have to come back for Insane final boss, but a lot of progress left to go, especially with the group bosses, and I look forward to sharing that all with you. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Golden Reaper, where I try to get every drop from every boss. Last episode we made some pretty good progress towards the final boss tracker, as we were able to finally finish out 100 kills in Virago. That leaves 6 bosses left, and most of them are group bosses, so let's get right into it. In this episode, we continue the trek on Solak. We are very close to the 100 kills required for final boss, and honestly, Solak might be my favorite boss. I really enjoy doing it. Unfortunately, I only have one friend who is a base at Solak, so I'm kind of limited to go whenever he's available, which kind of sucks. But hey, he's here, and I'm having a blast, so let's get after it. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fucking Babe Ruth. Oh, let's go. In retrospect there, I apologize for the bleeding ears you might have, but one of our teammates, Wade, just out of nowhere says, I'm going to get a main hand blight on this drop, and he got it. And then, as I was looting, I was able to pick up the offhand blight, so we got a double blight drop on 1 kill, and we were pretty hyped about it, to say the absolute least.
the time, 'cause I wanna freeze this moment. Make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you, suddenly I feel no pain. Do you make it go away? Do you make it? Stop the time, 'cause I wanna freeze this moment. Make it mine, hold you close. Now my heart's wide open. When I'm with you, suddenly I feel no pain. Do you make it go away? Do you make it? Do you make it go away? Do you make it? Do you make it go away? Do you make it? Do you make it go away? Do you make it go away?
Alright, there we go. This is 100 kills on Solak completed, and we are now down to just 5 bosses left for final boss. We are absolutely moving. Alright, that is going to do it for episode number 12 of the Golden Reaper series. We were able to finish off Solak, meaning we only have 5 bosses left before we unlock the final boss. And I'm really excited to finish this out. I'm just going to be grinding out final boss kills, and I feel like I have to do these right now, which kind of sucks. I can't really enjoy PVMing because I feel obligated to complete these bosses. So the sooner I can get that done, the sooner I can go back to grinding out logs and having a little bit more choice on what I do with the game. So hope you all enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Golden Reaper, where I tried to get every drop from every boss. Last episode, we were able to pick up 100 kills in Solak, a huge personal achievement for me, as group PVM is still relatively new to me, and yeah, I'm excited to get that out of the way. As we take a look, we now have 5 bosses left in order to unlock the final boss title, and 2 of which will kind of take care of themselves, as Takal Zuk and Har-Arken kind of go hand in hand, so I'm pretty excited. For this episode, we are going to make a dent in the long grind, which is Croesus. It's the 3rd boss released in the Elder God Wars series, and it's a skilling boss. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. It's kind of fun in short bursts, but it gets really old really fast, as you're basically doing the same thing every single kill. But this could be a 2-for-1. I am very, very close to Jack of all trades, as I am only missing Ace, the hunter pet. It's the only pet that I don't have as far as skilling's concerned, and I am well over 200 mil XP dry on it, unfortunately. So, if I can nab all the hunter rolls on this long grind, then maybe I can do a 2-for-1 and get Ace as well. Truth be told, I've actually been dreading making this episode, because there's really no fun way to make it interesting for the viewers to watch. It's kind of how I felt about fishing on Bullcut, for example. It's just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's following a rotation, and it's just, I don't feel it's that exciting. To start the fight at the hunter node, we gather 16 resources, we put them into the statue. Then we go and gather 16 more resources. Once we have that, rotate twice counterclockwise over to the calcified area, deposit it on the statue, withdraw from the deposit box there, and go once more counterclockwise, use it on the statue, rot our node, and then build the statue and meet in the middle. And we do this every single time. Alright, there we go. That is 100 kills completed on Croesus. Another boss checked off for final boss. And there we have it. That's 100 kills done on Croesus. We made 0 log progress in this time. I did do a mass for about 15 of those kills, but given that Crit Bloom's a 1 in 50 drop rate, assuming you get 420 contribution, I went pretty dry. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I was really dreading making this video. There's really nothing fun about watching Croesus. I mean, you're doing the same thing every time. There's no combat. There's really just the same mechanics on the same timetable every time. And yeah, but the redeeming quality is that we did finish out 100 kills, and we are now down to just 4 bosses left for the final boss, and 2 of those are going to go at the same time, being Zuck and Har-Arken. So in reality, we pretty much have 3 bosses left for the final boss. And one last final footnote. You're probably asking at some point, what's with the piano music during this video? Well, for Father's Day, I built my dad a recording studio. My dad is turning 78 this year. He's retired from construction, and his hobby is playing piano. And he's very, very talented as a jazz piano player. So I built him a computer. I got him 2 studio recording microphones, a audio interface, a couple of GoPros on tripods, and helped him set up everything so he can start uploading his own YouTube videos. And he finally was able to put some videos out public this month. So I'm just trying to get his name out there, and if you liked it, you know, visit his page. The link's going to be in the description, and drop him a like and maybe a friendly comment, as he's pretty shy about putting his stuff on YouTube. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Hi guys, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper as I try to get every drop from every boss. Last episode, we got 100 kills on Croesus, leaving just 4 bosses left for the final boss. And so let's get into this episode, bringing on the Angel of Death. Truth be told, I really didn't know any of the mechanics for the Angel of Death, but I had a group of guys who were willing to invite me, and thence became a very long learning curve. I was able to get some kills, kind of getting carried through just DPSing, not really understand what was going on behind me, and it was a very, very slow process. But eventually I started to pick it up a little bit, learning a little bit here and there, as you can see in this kill. I didn't know that the Angel of Death would hit you with a magic attack after the kill is over, and I turned off my prayer and got absolutely destroyed. So learning a little bit here and there from each death, I was able to slowly pick it up and got a pretty good grasp, and just went from there.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, eh? Until the very last hour. We still got few more days to slay, eh? It's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
Whoa, that is a double drop. Holy cow. I would love to know the odds on that, but holy cow, that is amazing.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember.
And for those of you who are wondering, that double drop ended up being almost a 440 mil split, making it very, very profitable hour.
To say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go.
Yo, let's go, man. That's our first drop here at the Angel of Death. I think I'm on like 92 or 93 count, so pretty far under the rate. But oh, that is awesome to see.
We still got few more days to slay. It's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm. I wonder what went wrong today. Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words you say. Say the words you remember.
And here it is. This is 100 kills on next, the Angel of Death, meaning we have just 3 bosses left now until we unlock the final boss title. Making a lot of progress, man. AOD is a lot of fun. However, my AOD story doesn't end at 100 kills. I was having a lot of fun, and maybe it was just kind of exploring the unknown. All of group PVM was just a giant mystery to me for so many years because I was too shy to ask anyone to teach me. But AOD is super profitable. As you can see there, selling another Prazel Codex that I got. And we didn't stop there. We kept on pushing AOD while tackling some other things and had an absolute blast doing it.
I wonder what went wrong today. Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all.
Hey, that is our second Prazel drop on the account. It's a duplicate, but hey, it's a lot of money, so we will take those.
Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms.
Hey, that is a core drop for Mr. Nap Time Now. Good on him.
Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm.
Hey, there's a codex drop for Mr. Marco. Congrats, buddy.
Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul.
All in all, I had an absolute blast learning how to do Angel of Death. There's still some mechanics I'm not too familiar with, but with the rise of power creep, a lot of the mechanics just don't become relevant anymore, as you can kind of DPS your way in phase, AOD, onto the next phase. Had a lot of good memories, and we made a ton of money doing this boss. Seriously, it is insane money. I saw a lot of teammates get wands, praisals, cores, and even Naptime Now finally got his pet after 1,241 kills on this kill here. When it was all said and done, I ended up on 205 kills total for the Angel of Death, starting from 35 when I began this journey, and I had an absolute amazing time doing it. 10 out of 10, would recommend. And that is going to do it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed this long journey that I took doing AOD, and just really hope you're appreciating the ride. This is quite the grind. It's a lot more of a grind than it was getting to 5.6 billion XP, that is for sure, as it's just requires a lot of focus, and there aren't that many bosses left to AFK, unfortunately. We're down to just 3 bosses left for the final boss, 2 of which will be kind of hand in hand, as Zuck and Har-Arken will be killed at the same time, just leaving really 2 little grinds left until we unlock the final boss title. Really excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everybody, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper, where I attempt to complete every drop log from every boss. In this episode, we inch closer towards unlocking the final boss title, which is unlocked after getting 100 kills on every boss in the game. Last episode, we finished out 100 kills on Nex, the Angel of Death, leaving just 3 bosses left to get 100 kills on. In this episode, we tackle 2 of those 3 bosses. This begins the long grind of Zuck. Zuck is a fight cave style boss with 18 waves to clear each run. Additionally, there are challenge waves on wave 4, 9, and 14. Additional waves include multiple Jads and Har-Arken, another boss we need 100 kills on. Let's break down the drop table and figure out a plan of attack for Zuck. There are 2 modes, normal mode and hard mode. In normal mode, Zuck drops the Scripture of Full, a pocket slot god item, and the Magma Tempest ability codex. The drop rate on each one in normal mode is 1 in 100. The drop rate on the pet in normal mode is also an abysmal 1 in 500 with a threshold of 100. In hard mode, the Scripture of Full and the Magma Tempest ability codex is reduced to 1 in 50. The pet drop rate is also reduced to a still staggering 1 in 300 drop rate. In hard mode, there are additional drops, being the 3 pieces to create the new Tier 95 Zuck sword. The base drop for each of one of these is 1 in 30, but it's reduced to 1 in 27 if a flawless run is completed, which means no checkpoints or banking. The insane final boss title still requires 100 kill count in both normal mode and hard mode, and with the pet drop rate being so high, I think the best plan of attack for me is to just blitz out 100 kills before attempting to move on to hard mode. This will at least let me hit the first threshold for the pet, meaning I can start hard mode with a reduced rate of 1 in 150 for the drop on the pet. Hopefully I can get some drops along the way too. Looking back on some of these early kills that I did, I kind of cringe a little bit. I was wearing full crit bloom, just scared of dying and still dying on every kill somehow, even wearing crit bloom. DPS output was absolutely garbage, and yeah, I mean, we all have to start from somewhere, and I was struggling a lot in the beginning. As you can see, my damage output is just absolutely embarrassing. I didn't even switch to the power armor in my inventory, because I was just so hyper-focused on getting a kill and freaking out, but it was a long learning curve, and eventually started clicking a little bit, but it was a really slow start. After watching some guides, I adjusted my preset. As you can see, I went down to just 2 pieces of crit bloom instead of full crit bloom camping like a noob. I went out and got the Obsidian Mage Helmet, which reduces the damage by 9% from all monsters. And it went a little bit smoother. Still not great, as you can see. I set a PR, if you want to call it that, of 18 minutes and 51 seconds. Yikes. Anyways, like I said, it was a slow learning curve, but I just kept getting better and kept sticking with it. Unfortunately, I died during the Zuck attempt, but the good thing about this boss is that if you die, you don't have to start back from wave 1. If you die at Zuck, you can go back in and just start the fight at Zuck again. Like, that's the checkpoints, which is it's pretty nice, honestly. And yeah, I was starting to get more comfortable with the waves, like knowing which bosses were going to spawn where. And Zuck was the only thing I was really struggling with, but as you can see on this kill, I got my first drop. I got a Magma Tempest Ability Codex, and this is back pretty soon after release. And I know it says 309 mil, but I was able to sell it for almost 2 bill at the time. This is before it was nerfed for the crit chance. Back then it still had the ability to crit, which it no longer does, unfortunately. Definitely starting to feel a lot smoother. This should be a PR unless I drastically screw this up. Hardly used any food this wave, which is, or this kill, which is pretty awesome. And my aura ran out, and I'm still about to set a pretty decent PR for me, anyways. I think it was like over 18 minutes, almost 19 minutes before, and this should be just over 16 minutes. If I can kill this damn thing. There we go. Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, set PR by over 2 minutes there. Pretty sweet. I have a shot here to get this thing under 16 minutes, which I haven't been able to do yet. Hopefully I don't mess up my rotation here. Yep, this should be it. 15 minutes and... hell yeah. That's my first sub 16 minute kill. Seems like it's taken forever. I'm averaging like 2.5 kills per hour. My aura usually runs out during my third kill of the hour. But this will be 25 kills completed. We are a quarter of the way there. Oh man. Getting better. Let's go! That's the Har-Arken pet. Oh, I was dreading this thing. 41 kills, hell yeah. We'll get back to the pet in just a second. Something I wanted to point it out, I was always wondering if it was possible to one-cycle Zuck in order to skip the pizza phase, and I found out that there's actually a hard cap of 100,000 life points. So regardless of where you are in his rotations, if Zuck hits 100,000 life points, as you can see as he's about to do here, it just automatically goes to pizza phase. So unfortunately, the one cycle is not possible. Right, this should be another kill, and we can grab a shrimpy out of the chest. There we go, and we'll take a look at the chest as well. You can add 1.9 bill for the Magnet Tempest that I sold. There's the Volcanic Shard. You can see 127 mil in other loot. Not too bad for where we're at. And let's unlock this thing. Yep, we're going to take it out here, and this will be the Har-Arken log. It's just basically like an Onyx and 3 capes, which most people have. We still have to finish out the 100 kills, which we'll obviously do via Zuck. But there is another log completed, and let's take a look at the Har-Arken log. There it is in all of its glory. 41 kills, still a long ways to go, but the log is completed. I am so thankful I didn't decide to go for this pet prior to Zuck's release. But yeah, back to Zuck. My obsidian mage helmet died apparently, but it just occurred to me I haven't really shown any footage of the actual waves themselves, so I'll show you the 3 challenge waves. They're pretty easy to deal with in normal mode, nothing too special. You do 50,000 damage on Zuck to start the challenge wave, and this first one here, there's going to be a array of minions spawning. You can just chain one, G-chain, Omni, it dies, and as you can see I dropped a magma on the other one, quick little asphyxiate on the other one, and just finish off the challenge wave 2 is relatively simple as well. You just do your FSO rotation on Zuck, and it's going to spawn one minion that has a kind of a displaced threshold for hits. You just hit him with an Omni and finish off with an asphyxiate or a wild magic, and he'll die. The third challenge waves is actually the easiest. You do your FSO rotation on Zuck to get him down 50k life points, and just make sure you end at 100%. You equip a shield, ideally with Turtling 4 on it, and as soon as the first one attacks you, you just barricade, and then you can even attack them even though you're not doing any damage to build back up adrenaline. You take no damage and the phase ends.
Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head.
There is 50 Har-Arken kills.
Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms. Feel it in your legs. Feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go. Just let your body go. Just let your body go and move to the rhythm. Now we won't go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it on your fingertips and feel it in your head. Just let your body go, just let your body go, just let your body go and move to the rhythm. I wonder what went wrong today, Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say the words to remember.
Alrighty, there we go. That is 50 kills completed on Zuck in normal mode. Got one Magma Tempest Codex, which is 1 in 100, so we're a little bit below drop rate there, which is awesome. Halfway done to the final boss as well. And we finished with 64 kills on Har-Arken as well. Let's take a look at the chest. Pretty good money. Pretty good money indeed. And that's going to do it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Ended up being quite a long video, but hey, you know, each Zuck kill is 15 to 20 minutes, and it's a lot of footage I went through to make this. Like I said earlier, we were able to get 50 kills on Zuck and 64 on Har-Arken. So we will finish out that, the 100 kills on each in another episode. Hope you're all having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you in the next one. Hello everybody, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper, where I attempt to complete every drop log from every boss. In the last episode, we began the long grind of Zuck, and we were fortunate enough to knock out one of the items on the drop log, being the Magma Tempest Ability Codex, leaving quite a few drops still left. However, the focus still remains to unlock the final boss title, meaning we're just going to be rushing to 100 kills in normal mode, and we will get both Zuck and Har-Arken out of the way. This is part 2 of the long grind of Zuck. Oh, you are trolling me. 136 HP? Oh, Alrighty, we are back in the saddle. That is kill number 51 and the first kill done on our Reaper task. I'm going to be trying to force as many Zuck Reaper tasks as possible. It kind of gives me motivation to keep going. Alrighty, if you take notice, my mage obsidian helmet has completely degraded to dust, so we're going to have to utilize the wiki and figure out how to get that back, because I can't really remember. And this will be the final kill on the Reaper assignment as well, unless I manage to screw this up. There we go. 27 points. I thought it would be more than that for God of War's Dungeon 3. Oh, anyways, yeah, we're going to go make some obsidian helmets. Alright, I think I figured it out. I just camped the Fight Cauldron, which is relatively AFK. The bosses are all super easy. And you just get obsidian shards kind of stacked up, and then you collect them whenever you decide to leave. Only real way to die here is if you see those glowing pads, if you're standing on top of them, then the fire will come up and get you, which isn't fun. So we try to avoid those. And yeah, new drop log item for Slayer. Oh god. Hopefully we can get this res. Oh, calculated. This spot is sketchy because fire can just start coming up at any time and it can snipe your res, which is pretty spooky. But we got okay. Yep. There's the fire. Alright, we're gaming. This could be a big PB for me, or PR, however you want to say it. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Should be like 15:30. There we go, 15:30 on the dot. Yeah, 21.6 second PR. Let's go. I decided to mix it up a little bit. I know I said I was going to rush for 100 kills in normal mode, but I really wanted to get the hybrid cape, so I'm attempting a hard mode kill here. It's not going really well. We are almost 26 minutes into this kill, still on Har-Arken. And yeah, there's a lot to focus on here. I mean, yeah, there's just a lot going on. I decided to bring a yak just because I didn't know what I was doing, and yeah, big yikes. But this, however, if I can avoid this fire, will be 75 kills on Har-Arken. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dying. Yeah, 75 kills. I definitely should have read the guide more before I started this fight. I didn't realize he does the like now you die insta-kill mechanic a little bit more frequently, so I was ill-prepared for it and I died. But thankfully in hard mode you can go right back to Zuck, like that's the checkpoint. So we are going to get the kill here, however we're not going to be able to get the hybrid cape on this kill, so I think we'll go back to normal mode. But yeah, it's a little bit exciting to at least get one normal kill out of the way. Alrighty, there is 75 kills now on Zuck, and let's go peep the chest. We kept everything in there except for the uniques, but yeah, 390 mil, pretty good. Alright, unless I screw this up, this will be the first sub 15-minute kill I've done. Hardly used any food this kill, I've just been camping power armor too. There we go, first sub 15 on the grind. Let's keep it going. Alright, kill 80, here we go. This will be another sub 15. There we go. Oh, yo! I got the pet! This is huge! I was in pretty much disbelief after getting that pet, and I was kind of speechless. I was literally thinking the kill before this, man, I'm gonna have to probably do like 200 kills in order to get the pet, and it's gonna be awful. I was feeling pretty burnt out on Zuck by this point, and yeah, just when you least expect it, it happens, and there it is. We have unlocked the Zuck pet. Get it out for the override. And there he is in all of his glory. Oh, it's beautiful. That is monumental for the grind. Getting the drop after completely mentally convincing myself that I was going to go drive forever really rejuvenated my will, or I guess my desire to keep pushing Zuck. For the insane final boss, I still need 100 kills in both normal and hard mode on Zuck, so I press forward to get that last 20 kills in normal mode. And it may sound dumb, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but pushing kills when you have an end kill count in mind is so much easier than grinding a boss for a particular drop, or in this case, a pet. It just completely changed my mindset from negativity and not wanting to keep going to excitement. Like, yeah, boy, 20 more kills, and I can forever close the chapter on normal mode Zuck. And averaging just over 3 kills per hour, it didn't take long to finish out. But it just goes to show, you know, you can go drive for so long and then one little nugget of RNG and it just completely changes everything. And my RNG wasn't completely over on a kill number 94 in normal mode, 95 overall. I picked up a second Magma Tempest Ability Codex. It's a duplicate, but hey, I sold it for a cool 900 mil, and I am absolutely not going to complain about that. 14-12 kill. One of these days I'm going to get sub 14. And just like that, the grind came to an end. I was really nervous about beginning this log. Like many others, I tried Zuck the day of release, and I died multiple times, and it left me very frustrated. After hours of attempts to begin, when I actually decided to full-on start the grind, my first kills were not flawless, and it took almost 30 minutes per kill to complete. And I just kept plugging away, doing my best to learn from every mistake. If I kept using a ton of food on a particular wave, or I was struggling to complete a challenge, I would just hyper-focus on that part and try to figure out what rotations I could do better to make it easier, or, you know, if I could save spot from a certain way. And after many kills, it just became muscle memory. For the last 20 or 30 kills, I camped power armor the entire fight and used hardly any food. So if you're looking to begin the Zuck grind, just stay focused. Try to get a little bit better each fight and learn from your mistakes rather than frustrate yourself. If a Revo ++ warrior like me can do it, I promise, so can you. Alright, and now for some fun. Got 319 tier 3 troves, so we're going to just spam click these and hopefully get a lot of Pernix fragments. So here we go. And this is what we ended up with. Not quite as many Pernix Fragment Quiver pieces as I was hoping, but throw in the price checker, and that's another 100 mil added to the total loot. So we sold our first Magma for 2 bill, and then the second one for 900 mil. It's 2.9. Plus 4 in the chest, plus 1 there. That is 3.4 bill that we made at Zuck. So yeah, pretty sweet. And one last thing, we needed to disassemble our igneous stones. Each one gives a rare component, so I was very, very hopeful to get some noxious components, but unfortunately luck was not on my side for this one. Didn't pick up any, got a lot of ones that I really don't need, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Well, we have done it. We knocked out 2 out of 3 this episode, and that leaves just Zamorak now for the final boss title. Join me next time as we begin learning Zamorak together, as a lot of the footage is old from the release, and I really appreciate all the feedback, all the love you guys have been giving me. It means a lot to me. Trying to upload more and more, work schedule permitting. I do work full schedule with overtime, so I try to get these videos out whenever I can. Thanks again for the continued support, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya. Hello everybody, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper, where I attempt to complete every drop log from every boss. Last episode we finished out the 100 kill count requirement for both Zuck and Har-Arken, leaving just one boss left in order to get the final boss title, that being Zamorak. A lot of this footage is from the day of release and soon after, so bear with me as we recap on everything that happened. Zamorak was released while I was fast asleep, being in the West Coast time zone for the United States. And unfortunately, I had to work as soon as I got up, so I was kind of reading about it on Reddit, talking to some friends on Discord while at work, just to see what it was all about. And by the time I got home and was finally able to get online, I had a few friends who had already completed the 25 solo dungeon runs using Death Touch darts on the Jailer. So they tagged me along. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. There was no guides. They said just come DPS and pray flick, so I gave it a shot, but died quite a bit. I did learn, however, that you can still get loot even if you die, if the team completes the kills, so that was pretty fun. And we did a full hour here. I finally was able to pick up my first real kill, if you will, where I stayed alive till the end of the boss, but it was just a constant learning curve. There are a lot of mechanics, and I was just trying to kind of wing it on the fly. Didn't go too well, but you know, I got a little bit more comfortable with the prayer flicking and kind of knowing what to do. But yeah, it was a very, very steep learning curve for me. Another interesting tidbit is, if you notice, we're camping just 50% in Ridge. We had no access to the drop logs, or rather the rarity of each drop, if you will. So we didn't know which enrage was the best. You know, everyone was just kind of winging it at this point, but the general consensus at the time was that camping 50% is the way to go, so that is what we did. So for those of you who are unaware, you have to clear the full dungeon 25 times before you're allowed to just basically camp Zamorak and skip the dungeon. So we're picking up some lucky tokens here, spending a pretty penny in dungeoneering tokens to unlock those. I think we'll just start with 50. And yeah, we will start making some progress on the dungeon. It's kind of funny looking back on some of this footage when I was just absolutely clueless. This is my first ever solo kill. As you can see, it's over 7 minutes long. And I was camping Crypt Bloom, just trying to stay alive. But yeah, there is kill count number 1 for solo in the books. Went back to some group PVM, buddies invited me. I died, but as you can see, I still got credit for it. There is 5 kills now on Zamorak. I could legitimately make a 10-hour YouTube video, just compilation of me dying while trying to learn bosses. Seems to be a bit of a common theme for these first few kills, but there is me getting a 6 kill count after dying. Hey, I did the thing and stayed alive for 7 kills now. Alright, here we are on day 2 of Zamorak, and I decided it is time for some upgrades. I just happen to have about 20 bill burning a hole in my bank, so First things first, I decided to get Greater Sunshine, and then eventually I got Greater Death Swiftness. The best part of Greater Death Swiftness and Greater Sunshine is that it alleviates the need for a planted foot switch. So I had planted feet on my seismic wand here, so I'm going to take that off and sell it back. I'll be able to get some of the money back. And now it's time for some big boy purchases. The Bow of the Last Guardian. Originally, I thought this was going to be the first one in the game. I later found out there was definitely one that was in the game, and probably two. So I'm fairly confident this would have been the third one in the game. The red Santa hats at the time were selling for 4.5 billion each. So two of those plus an even bill on top of that. So I bought this thing for 10 bill on day 2 of release. And there it is, the third Bow of the Last Guardian in the game. And while it might not have been the first or even the second bow in the game, I can say with 100% certainty that this was the first third age dyed Bow of the Last Guardian in the game. Remember, this is day 2 of release. And there it is. We have a third aged dyed Bow of the Last Guardian. The dopamine levels are very high. Alright, that's enough fun with Cosmeticscape. Now it's time to get back to learning Zamrock and finishing out this grind. Oh, surprise, surprise, I died again. This will be 10 kills if the team can finish off the kill. I think after this hour, I'm just going to start the solo grind. I want to learn the mechanics, and I feel like I can't properly do that unless I'm soloing. So we're going to do that after this next kill. Alright, this is 11 kills. Oh man, just 89 left until final boss. Very excited. This is the last kill of our group hour, as a lot of the guys have to go, so we are going to start the long process of doing the 25 solo dungeon clears in order to be able to skip the dungeon and really tune in the mechanics here at Zamrock. You know, I thought getting the 25 dungeon clears in order to be able to go straight to Zamrock, I thought it was going to be like an evening of doing it. You know, comparing back to like ED3 or ED1 where you can clear, you know, 3 or 4, ED1 like 5 or 6 an hour. Holy cow, dude, this dungeon sucks. I hate everything about it. Like, clearly I'm probably not doing everything optimally, but it is taking so long just to get to Zamrock. And then again, I'm trying to learn the mechanics, so the kills themselves are slow. This is going to take a long time. Alright, there is 25 kills done. I've done quite a few now in solo. So yeah, 75 left. Pretty good. I think this means I gotta drop all these green particles. Let me get the old hazel mirror out, and I think that's what it means. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't seen this before, so... Hey... There we go, there's our first log progress on the account. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but we're gonna figure it out. Ooh, I got green sparkles again. That means the drop is guaranteed. Get the old hazel mirror on, and yeah, let's figure this out. Well, it is a duplicate. I did at least learn what they do, and thankfully I have a ton of components on my alt, so I can cash them out pretty well to make greater abilities. We just did our 21st solo dungeon, so there is just one left to go. Let's go get it. Thank you. There is 25 dungeons cleared, which means we can now skip that god-awful dungeon and never have to do it again. Oh, I'm so excited. The dungeon was awful. I hate every aspect of it, but we never have to do it again. We can just go straight to Zamrock, which means I can finally start to really learn the mechanics. That is going to do it for this episode. It was good progress getting the 25 dungeons unlocked. That way we never have to do the dungeon, and we can just start camping full aura hours at Zamrock. And I'm really excited to show you the footage. Another thing I've been working on behind the scenes, I have been currently planning out for about 7 months my dream game room. I'm building my game room. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm videoing the whole experience, and I'm really excited to edit it all and show it to you once it is finally completed. It's going to be RuneScape themed, and well, if you're a fan of RuneScape, which if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to guess you are, you're really going to enjoy it. So I'm very excited to show that to you, and that's why I've been kind of absent from YouTube for a while. It has been very time consuming, but it's all coming together, and hopefully I will have it finished in about a month. So yeah, look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everybody, I'm Helmet. Join me on the road to Golden Reaper, where I attempt to complete every drop log from every boss. Last episode we began learning the newest boss that was released, Zamrock, and we were able to pick up 40 kills, getting a Codex of the Lost Knowledge along the way. But the finish line is in sight, 60 kills left to get final boss, so let's get right after it. To be completely honest, I still don't really understand the mechanics at Zamrock. I kind of get the general idea of it now, but as far as the edicts and knowing exactly what they do, I have to look at the guide every single time. Thankfully, there's some people on Reddit and PVME that are a lot better at PVM than me, so I'm just following the edict rotation and hoping for the best. I will not be going for more than 100% and rage until I am 100 kill count, because I am really excited to just get this over with. So we're just going to be camping 50% until then, and yeah, let's get after it. Alright, there we go. That is 50 kills down. We are officially halfway there. I am so excited. I can taste it. Oh snap, we got green sparkles. Let's go. What do you got for me, chest? Here we go, and it is a duplicate. Fantastic. Well, alright. Wait, did I get the pet? Oh my god. I got the Zamorak pet. Dude, let's go. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting that at all. Let's get this bad boy out. Alright, there is our collection log, and let's find out where this bad boy is. Probably at the bottom. There we go. Oh, look at him. It's glorious. Oh, I'm so excited to get that pet. Oh man. Let's finish this out. At times, it felt like an impossible task. When I began this journey, the anxiety I had with group PVMing and having to learn scary bosses such as Vrago and Rots and Solak, it made this feel like something I would never accomplish. However, I persevered, and now I'm comfortable with all the bosses, and that is a wonderful feeling, considering how much of a hurdle I consider some of them to be. Without further ado, here is the 100th kill to unlock the final boss title on Zamorak.
Yeah.
There we go. That is it. 100 kills done on Zamrock, and after this animation, that should unlock the final boss title. There it is. We are done with phase 1 of the Golden Reaper journey. Oh, that is a good feeling. I can finally go back to juggling bosses rather than feeling like I have to camp certain ones just for the kill count. Oh, man. The amount of dopamine in my system right now. Oof. Danger levels. Let's throw on the title here, and ooh, there it is. Let's type something in chat so it shows up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We're finally here. We did it. I'm really thankful to everyone who has continued to watch the series. I know there's been some long breaks in between as I got busy with some real life stuff. But hopefully I will be posting a lot more frequently. And yeah, I don't even have words. I'm so excited and glad this is done with. Now it's time to move on to the insane final boss grind, which should be a lot more fun. I have no words. And that is going to do it for season 1 of the series. Final boss has been completed, and now we move on to season 2, unlocking insane final boss, where we get 100 kills in both normal and hard mode on all the bosses, and unlocking all of the boss pets. I'm excited, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.